Late in the season, press conferences stop being just about football. They become about pressure, uncertainty, and positioning. That's when the answers start to sound different. Press conferences don't decide outcomes. They reflect pressure that's already building behind the scenes. This isn't about one loss. It's when losses start to add up and pressure begins to show in the press room, and a coach's language starts to change. When a coach feels secure, answers tend to be specific and confident. When that security erodes, language often becomes defensive before it becomes vague.
At the end of the day, didn't do enough good things to put ourselves in any position to win the game. So don't really have much to add. You guys go ahead.
One of the first signs we hear is that a coach will start to subtly move away from using the word we. Responsibility gets spread out and accountability becomes less personal and more abstract.
It's not one play. It's not one position. It's not offense, defense. It's collectively.
Process language starts to replace direct answers. Words like evaluation, looking at everything, and moving forward take center stage. That shift usually appears when uncertainty starts settling in.
How much do you have to evaluate the kicking game coming out of this and going forward, saying, maybe we have to make a move there?
Yeah, we'll evaluate everything. Again, just come down to one play. There's a number of them.
The delay game before halftime.
Yeah, I was going back and forth, but we were talking about going for it or kicking it, and that's a kick that Sly's made and a chance to make it a 17-9 game in that moment. It's a hindsight thing. We obviously had no intention to take a delay game there. Didn't want that to happen. Obviously, it looks really bad at the end of the day, and that was not the intention to do that. So wanted to be able to kick it.
Instead of answering questions directly, coaches begin reframing them. Losses become lessons. Problems turn into long-term conversations instead of present explanations.
You were seeing, they showed you yelling and change direction at the end there.
Yeah.
What in specific was
Nothing.
upsetting to you about the way it ended there?
We lost the game. That was upsetting.
It's not just what's said, it's how it's said. Slower pacing, careful phrasing, and less eye contact all signal the same underlying pressure, even when the words don't.
But you guys were pitching a shutout through 3 quarters, and then the 33 points all came in the fourth. What changed?
Yeah, they made some plays. Give them credit. So.
Most fans hear frustration or disappointment. What's actually happening is risk management, choosing words carefully to avoid creating new problems when pressure is already high. Once you know what to listen for, the patterns become hard to miss.
Realistically, Ryan, how many more opportunities do you think you guys are going to get to get this thing right, given how difficult it's been?
I don't really worry about that, Buck, to be honest. My focus is on trying to make sure our football team is in as good a place as possible, and the rest of that stuff is what it is. I don't think about those things, and you really can't. I mean, this is hard enough as it is to put those other things and think about that. It doesn't do anybody any good. So I just go to work and work as hard as I can. I put as much effort as I can into this, and that is what it is.
This isn't about predicting which coaches will be fired. It's about recognizing the window where job security changes how people communicate. Once you hear it, you start noticing the same patterns everywhere, across teams and across seasons. This is Press Room Breakdown, where we slow the room down and study how the message gets made.